Hey y'all, we're back at it again with the blind school blogs or vlogs. Day 3 of 4. Today was overall an very off day. Last night, while I was trying to upload the videos, the power ended up going off. So it messed up the uploads, and technically it didn't because it still uploaded the original ones. Plus I went back and uploaded some more because it wasn't showing that it was uploading anything else. Anyway, got that taken care of. Then turned around, and this morning I went ahead and set my clock and set the alarm on the clock to get me up at 4:30, and I get a phone call at 5 in the morning asking me if I'm still going to the gym. I have a couple guys from over here at the blind school working out with me in the morning. So I said I'll definitely probably be up before the 5 o'clock, but if y'all could please make sure, just give me a call to make sure I'm up. I'm glad I told them to do that because, yeah. Ended up coming to find out that I set the alarm for PM and not AM. I corrected that real quick. But got to the gym, got worked out, jumped in the shower. Everything went smoothly from then on out until after lunch. After lunch, I went to my first and second period class. I get there, and I check my pockets like I always do before I sit down. I realized I don't have my phone. Oh my gosh, where's my phone? It's either in the lunchroom or back in the room. I went to the lunchroom, wasn't at the lunchroom, so what I do? Go back to the room, and yep, it's sitting there on the dresser, right where I left it. So I was like, oh, thank you. So I got my phone. Breakfast. What I had for breakfast, same thing I've been having all week: biscuits, gravy, bacon, sausage, and French toast sticks. Yum, yum. Great breakfast. First and second period, I was actually, able to set up Microsoft Outlook on my phone. So I was able to get emails and stuff like that from school, the instructors and stuff. So got that set up finally. I was working on my typing skills and keyboarding skills, and familiarizing myself with the keyboards and the keys and the strokes and stuff like that on the keyboard. Third and fourth period, I loved before today. Today it was Braille. I know A through E, and then she's like, "Oh, we'll just add F and G." We added F and G, and it's like, "Oh, okay, that's no problem. I can handle this." We got through that so quickly. We went and reviewed and went over and over and over A through E, A through G, and she realized that we really knew them. So she said, "You know what? We'll add the rest of them." A total of 10. 3 more to it. That threw me off. I kept on forgetting what H was, and I figured out what I was. I is basically a backwards E. J is just the way J I got, but G I got too. H is what's throwing me off, and then when you sit there and put them as words, that's what threw me off too. I can get the first letter, the second letter, it's iffy. And like I said, as I got through it, I was overthinking it. As I got the first letter and the second letter, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this next letter is going to be. I know the word. I'd get it incorrect, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, and then it just spiral down from there. So I just need to shut my brain off and just go with the flow and let it happen. Feel the words, or fill the letters, and then know the words. Ugh. So I'm gonna practice that all weekend, and hopefully come back to. I don't have her until Tuesday, so I have a lot of practice time. I'm going to get these letters. I know I am. This is one of the things I really, really want to do, is learn how to do Braille. After Braille, we had group. We discussed trauma, and the trauma of losing your vision and how you felt when you woke up and basically you had no vision. So we went through that. A lot of people shared. I was one of them that shared. Then after that we went to lunch. Lunch we had, it was a good lunch. Lunch we had fried chicken, scalloped potatoes, and steamed broccoli. Oh, y'all, I'm making that this weekend. So I'm going to have it again. But personally, I'm going to make it this weekend. That's how good it was. After, we also had fruit, strawberry and watermelon is what I had. After lunch, had mobility, which the mobility person was not there because she lives on the Arkansas River, and that's being evacuated and it's flooded. So she wasn't here again today. She's probably going to be here the rest of the weekend, or the rest of the week. So, right back upstairs and worked out in the fitness room. After I worked out in the fitness room, it was keyboarding. Went to keyboarding and excuse me, y'all. It's been a long morning. After keyboard, or during, right as I was going to keyboarding, as I walked through the door, one of the administration people met me at the door, and she's like, "Oh, hey." She's been trying to get me all week. She said, "Hey, are you gonna be here this weekend, or are you gonna go home?" I said, "I'm gonna go home." She said, "Oh no," because she wanted to get with me this weekend and try to knock out. Basically, it's 400 questions, and from there, they'll determine, what job position would be best for me and how to pursue it, and where I am and how close I am to pursuing that job, and what steps they need to do to get me to that job. So that's what she's going to do. We narrowed it down to probably Monday after lunch. Go ahead and knock that out that way. I found out, I'm glad she was there, because I found out my schedule changes next week. Okay, didn't know that, but now I do. So come Monday, I'll have to get somebody to print off another schedule for me, and then I'll go to my class. Pretty much, I think it's the same classes, just a different order this time. So we'll see. I'll deal with that bridge when I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So after that, I had ninth period, and get this, y'all. Finally, I actually got to do some work in that period instead of just sitting there for 45 minutes. So what she did was she was asking me just basic life questions. She asked me, how do I tell time? So I pushed my talking watch and told her that's how I tell time. Or if I'm at the house, I say, "Hey Alexa, what time is it?" And then she asked me, how do I count money that I have in my wallet? I said I only count one single item in my wallet, which I always carry a debit card. So what happens if you have cash? How do you determine which cash you have? I said, I never carry cash, so I don't have to worry about it. But if I did, I have a money counter, and it'll tell me what denomination I have. Oh, okay. And then she went to explain it, and then she asked me if I read books. I said yes. She told me about the NSL, and I told her I already knew about it. I have books coming to my house like that. Showed me a couple other programs, and then she asked me about money. If I did carry cash on me, how would I be able to determine which money I had, which cash I had? I said I would probably fold each denomination a different way, and hopefully remember which way I folded it and which denomination is which. She said yes, and then she showed me about 5 or 6 different folds I could do. Then she asked me if I knew the difference between each of the change. I was like, well, I know the quarter is the biggest and the dime is the smallest. She asked me, well, how do you know which one's a quarter? If you had more than one piece of change, the quarter would be the biggest. She said, oh, well, here, let me show you a trick. And so she showed me. The quarters have the ridges. The quarters and the dimes have ridges. Pennies and nickels do not have ridges. So I knew that, but it's been a long time since I've heard it, and I just, heard it and it went in and out of my ear. So she wanted me to, she had some change. She wanted me to stack each one of the change, each one of the denominations, stack them up in each, together. And I did that. She had about, then she asked me how much change do I have there, and I was like, okay. I counted it up, and I counted up to $1.23, and she's like, oh, you know what? I didn't count it. So she counted it herself. Said, nope, you multiplied it. I was like, whoa, I'm not that off. Maybe 5, maybe 10 cents, but I'm not that off. So she's like, oh, count it again. Okay, so I counted it. I knew I had 3 quarters. I just had 3 dimes, 2 pennies. No, I had 2 dimes. Yeah, 3 dimes. I had basically 3 of everything, or something like that. It was some odd number, but anyway, it ended up being $1.13, not $1.23. I was like, told you I wasn't that off. I'm usually about 10 cents at the most off if I'm doing it. So past that, and then time was up. Because in between me, she was helping another student, and yeah, that's all I had time for. So tomorrow's another day, like I said, and I will learn something else. So that was it. And for dinner, we had chili dogs, French fries, and whatever fruit we wanted. They had cantaloupe, fruit cups, ran out of strawberries, bananas, watermelon. So I had watermelon and peaches. I'm sorry, peaches. So I had peaches too. And that was it. Tomorrow I'll go through class, and then my wife's going to come up here and pick me up right before dinner. Right at the end of my last class is 4:30, so she'll come pick me up, and I'm going to head home for the weekend and be back up here Sunday morning, ready for Monday. So I will probably do a review of the week, probably Sunday, since I have really nothing to do Sunday. So that's probably what I'll do Sunday, is a review of this whole entire week as a whole. So I will see y'all then. All right, peace.